Hello.
Hi, EJ.
Hi.
How are you?
Tired, as always. Ugh.
That's fair. I am also tired. Dylan will be here in a moment. He's got to do a few things first.
No worries.
And while we wait for session to begin, I'm going to eat my ice cream. And then I'm going to keep working on my writing project.
Oh, fun. Sounds good.
I've been writing since Monday, and I have 15,300 words.
Wow. Is this personal for fun?
It's for fun, yeah. For
Oh,
funsies.
yay. Cool. Hey, Pump.
Hello.
What is it about?
It's taking one of my D&D characters and really fleshing out their lore. So
Nice.
it's been fun.
Heck yeah. Are you gonna like make it into a book or something? Or is it just kind of like
No,
for fun exploring the character?
yeah, it's just for funsies.
Cool. Still fun. Very cool.
I don't need any other books in my Google Doc. Just there to die. Already
Mm-hmm.
got two. That's enough.
Fair. Been there. Hey, Dylan.
Hello.
And Ray.
Roar.
Yes, if Dylan sounds a bit down today, that is because Homeboy is not feeling good.
Poor man.
I was throwing up last night.
Oh no.
and so the back of my throat, just right in there, just feels like it's on fire. So you know.
This prince is on fire.
Fire.
Should we try to avoid talking to you as much as possible? Just let you do hand gestures instead?
No. I just won't be in
Cat's
an
typing.
accent.
I wonder if Cat scheduled another date for D&D.
I tried messaging her. I tried
was a
texting
couple
her.
days
I
ago.
tried calling her. I haven't heard from. Oh, she's here! Yes! Praise the Lord.
On her phone, though, so she might not even hear us yet.
Oh, maybe.
Or we just might not be able to hear her.
Gasp.
Oh crap!
And she can hear us.
Grab a drink. 1 second.
And the best part is, even if she fixes her mic, we'll keep on pretending like we can't hear her.
That's mean.
No, that's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back.
It feels like it's been a bajillion years since last we all were together. Is that accurate? It's been
It's been about
crazy.
like 1 to the power of 10 to the power of 9 eons. That's about how long it's been.
1 to the power of 1 is 1.
Exactly. It's been an eon.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you all again. Do you want to hang out and catch up for a little bit first, or do you want to just straight up go into the session?
I mean, Cat's kind of in the void.
That's fair.
It's yeah. Oh, she has strep throat.
Oh
I-
no!
Holy cow.
How have you not gotten better yet? Wait, maybe
Oh,
that was only
dear.
like 2 days ago when you told me.
Man, you hear from her more often? I'm jealous.
She uses me as a reminder app, so don't be jealous. She texts me things. She texts me her to-do list.
Cat, you can
I
text
just-
me your to-do list at any time. I won't judge you.
I just feel like there's easier ways. Like, there's literally reminder
Like
apps.
getting the apps that
Yeah,
I've recommended
exactly.
to her. And one of the podcasts that we both listen to recommend. A productivity podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe there's a better way, but we'll never know it.
Yep. I mean, you do so much better of a job of being a reminder app than the reminder app itself.
I mean, truly. Especially because half the time I just don't even remind her, and she just remembers herself anyway.
So it's just
I'll just
you're
check
there
in
for
like
the
2
comfort.
days later and be like, hey, did you actually do that
It's a
thing?
retroactive reminder. Now that would be kind of a funny app, like a reminder roulette It might remind you, it might not. It just makes you
Honestly, we
confused.
need to work on this. I think there's something there. It's like the dehydrated water. It's one of those products.
Dehydrated water. Yikes.
Yep. Just add water.
You know, I don't have an explanation for how that could possibly be a useful thing. Unless you just want
But it is
like-
an actual product you can buy.
I don't doubt that for a moment.
You,
And that makes
yeah.
me lose all my faith in humanity.
I came up with it, and then I was like, I should do that one day. And then when I finally decided I would, I looked it up, and someone had already done it, but it was after I had come up with the idea. So they stole my idea somehow.
Yep, obviously. Kat says, I think she can fix her phone, and if not, she can be the text. Okay, that's valid. Are you?
Do you want to give her like 5 minutes to try to fix the phone?
Sure.
How about 7?
Is your voice, if you have strep throat, is it even, like, is your voice even gonna work? No.
Nom.
Well, as always, I haven't managed to live up to my own unrealistic expectations for what a DM should be able to do. Granted, I don't know how realistic those are in comparison to any other normal DM, so never prepared, always having a good time anyway.
EJ, don't feel bad. I wrote a major critical plot point in the car ride home 2 weeks ago, and I was fully honest with my players about it. And
Why you just have to lie to them?
And everyone was upset with my life choices.
Oh.
That's pretty funny.
Well, I killed a beloved NPC that everyone was like no balls.
It had it coming.
You wouldn't.
It had it coming.
Yikes.
No, like everyone's
she threw another twist on there too, which is very upsetting.
no,
That also had it coming.
Hey, don't blame me.
You're the only one I can blame. No one else plays that character.
You can blame the NPCs.
Or the other character.
You can blame the NPCs. I didn't do it. They did it.
You didn't have to write the other plot point.
I did though.
Yeah, otherwise.
Yeah, so then I blame
point.
you.
It's just a plot with no point.
It's a pointless plot.
It was a riveting time.
I'll type for a while. My voice sounds like anime boy.
Which one?
Goku.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Japanese Goku or American Goku?
Ooh, I don't know the difference.
The only time I've seen anything relating to Dragon Ball Z was when I visited Shroomy, so couldn't tell you.
I mean, that makes sense.
I don't know who that is, but I assume they have a nice voice. Alrighty.
I don't know who that is.
Neither, but they look hot, so.
In relation to people who do and do not have voices, I think I'm going to reshuffle my plans on the fly, so. Yes, we will begin, as always, with an attempt to recap what last happened, because it's been some time, and I've been moving, there's been lots of chaos, people have been out. Yes, would anybody like to give an attempt
Biscuits are done.
Biscuits are
A
done?
key was delivered. Or a message.
We've got biscuits in the oven. They're finished.
Oh, I see. Okay. Give me a second.
I'm gonna go get my biscuits.
Okay. How do I do, like, biscuits? Can't really. My fingers don't bend the same way cats do.
They mead.
Mm-hmm.
My dinner consists of asparagus soup.
Words.
Yum.
Oh, wonderful.
Biscuits acquired.
Nice.
Huzzah.
Dylan's getting his. Poor man's gonna have to play keep away with his biscuits because our cat loves
Carbs.
biscuits. She loves them. She'll do almost anything to try to eat a biscuit.
That's
That's
pretty
But our other cat, Poe, is like, I don't care.
funny.
Okay, be right back.
Oh. Are we gonna have everyone
Family
here?
was gone.
It's just a revolving door.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's doors in the Discord.
Yep.
Oh dear. Ah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah,
Hi,
welcome back.
I'm back too.
Welcome back, yes.
Hi, back.
Okay, gotta start while everyone's here for a brief shining moment. Would anyone like to try to do a recap of what happened last? Last session was pretty chill, not the most exciting thing in the world. So, no pressure.
It was a lot of trying to get information out of the people who we took from that place.
Very true. Edgy Lauren, the mage who escaped.
Yes, Edgy Lauren,
'cause I'm
of
a jerk.
course.
And
I'm
she's
sorry.
Lord.
Edgelord, yes. Edgelord McGee. Yeah, so he's mysteriously managed to vanish. As
Oh
he's-
right, yeah, and then I freaked out, and then everybody else is like, "Oh, it's fine." And I'm just like, "What? This person is trying to kill the prince."
And
The
the
Bel Air.
Goyles went to the library.
The
Yeah.
Bales?
The Goyles.
The Goyles, yes. They did in fact go to the library and learn about the soul imprints or whatever they're called. Something like that is, I think, the term I gave for them.
Yeah, that was like a 20-minute
or
thing.
accounts. It did take way longer than expected.
And I made little soul imprints for each of us.
They were so cool. I very much appreciated the art.
And then I also gave Ananias the necklace.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. Well, with our party left on the Citadel, investigating the mysterious, mystery surrounding who has kidnapped the prince and why, as they're
That
beginning
is
to
mysterious.
delve into all the mysterious... I have plot threads. I give up on words.
All the mysterious mysteries.
Yes, the mysterious mysteries that are mysterious, in fact, on the Citadel. And beginning to unravel what plots lay in store. Lady Lillian suspected that perhaps the letter, the original letter saying that Prince Adrian had been kidnapped came not from Dirth like it was supposed to be from, but from the Citadel, sending you guys to there to search for clues, only for you guys to end up bumping into the prince and Carmen, who had just recently escaped from Adrian's prison after Carmen was whisked away from her friends and unceremoniously placed into that cell by an unknown force, which some discussion I think has been had about it being Cat's patron, the Wanderer. And we now return to...
I don't recall this, but that's just
Yeah,
me.
I don't. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, Ananias
Spoilers.
is the only one who has any context regarding the situation. She has a patron that has been basically unseen by anyone else, unexplained to anyone else. Nobody else has a clue what's happening. There's just unseen forces happening in the worlds beyond that are beyond any of your comprehension, and yet are weaving the fates tapestry around you guys. So, we left off with you guys just kind of chilling, taking a bath, explaining a little bit of the crash course
I
of
do
how
remember
magic
that.
works, except at too high a level, like the 201 course instead of the 101 course, leaving QZ still 100% confused, and Ananias taking notes to ask Isabella and Carmen later. And I believe you guys were ready to head to bed for the first evening of the day, I guess.
I mean, I think we're gonna have a discussion about things.
Yeah, absolutely. You are welcome to keep talking first before taking any kind of long rest, considering it has been a long day. There's been a lot of strange developments with seals of the city, or keys of Karsus, whatever you want to call them, stolen. We've had attacks. We've had buildings collapse inward upon themselves due to potentially collapsing magical spells. Yeah, just all kinds of things to talk about and plans to be made for what to do next. Yeah, so I'll let you guys pick it up. Last I remember, the professor was just snoozing in an armchair, and Agrala was nowhere to be seen, perhaps tending to the old lady that you guys brought with you, who has some strange knowledge from, beyond the mortal realm, but she's unable to access because of divine shenanigans. Cat says, full rest, please. Can I use my snap shifting to hide my new horns? Your new horns should expire within an hour, I believe, of you checking out that shop. So they are gone at this point. They dissolve.
Not forever horns.
And I'm not sure what snap shifting is. Are you talking about your changeling
Shape
shenanigans?
shift.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah.
It was definitely shapeshift.
Spelling. Gotcha. It's like, what? Was I able to shift them away or no? I would say no, since they were a magical effect, not a part of your. Well.
No, it's already been said no.
Actually, I guess I would say yes, technically.
Ooh.
Yes, you could have shifted them away. Either way, it was wild magic shenanigans, so not the biggest impact in the world. So, what's going on? Can we sleep now, or? That was a really long talk about how magic works.
Yeah, well...
Cusieth is actually probably already asleep after his mind just melted through the magic talk.
Well, if Cusieth is asleep, then...
Somebody needs to walk me to my room, though.
I don't think you guys... You might have had rooms, I forget. What did I say last time?
Didn't we were I was like really worried about looking for a place to stay, and like we ended up staying
at the professor's house
somewhere. Yeah, professor.
Yeah.
I think there was enough rooms if two of us bunked together, and so
he also has a trans-dimensional space.
Yeah, it was going to be Isabella and Ananias bunking together, and I was going to bunk with Adrian. I say bunk, I mean I'm going to stand there and protect him because...
Just stand there all night, you're just holding a sword at the ready.
No, not really, but, it's like...
That fits with her, though.
Mm-hmm.
She's still not at ease because they're stuck on the Citadel still, where he got kidnapped the first time. So,
Indeed.
the less he's...
Yeah, but kidnappings never strike in the same place twice.
He's not in the same place! He's in a different place!
Yeah, he got kidnapped to the Citadel, not from the Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no!
So, yeah, they'll share space so she can be ready to clobber. It's clobbering time.
Gotcha. I believe, if I remember correctly, that there was, like, basically an open living area, which most of you are going to bunk in using, like, couches and sleeping bags and whatnot, rather than there being, like, just copious amounts of guest rooms. So maybe there's one guest room that a couple of you could sleep in if you want an actual bed, but most of you will have to be in that living room area. Did you want to talk any more about plans, or you could do it in the morning? So
I
think we'll do it in the morning.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Okay. Who's sleeping where?
QC fell asleep during the discussion, so if he's in the chair, he stays in that chair.
Gotcha.
And if not, then he is on the ground if nobody moves him.
I took a little blanket from QZ's pack around him in the chair, so he's
Oh no,
not...
that's the itchy blanket.
adorable.
No.
he's not cold.
1 point of exhaustion. I'm kidding.
Well, no, it's a blanket full of smallpox.
Oh,
He was
Yeah,
actually
alright.
allergic to that blanket. He has no idea why he keeps it around.
Where's Adrian sleeping, my dear?
I don't know what's available. Sorry.
There is a bed. If you take it, then nobody else will probably want to share it with you, and Carmen would probably be blocking the door.
I'd probably be on the floor right outside of it, sleeping.
That's fair.
No, curl up at like the very foot of the bed, just like a dog.
No, that's weird. That's weird.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll probably take his take it if it's on offer.
Sure. Everybody else seems a bit more rough and tumble anyway. Ananias and QZ have had weird upbringings, and the doctor, I don't even know what the doctor's whole deal is. Doctor, you came here, right? You were coming to discuss what to do next?
I have no clue where they are. I never found out.
Yeah.
I thought you...
Oh no,
decided to
he's
come
going to go
here.
stay. No, he didn't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
because he was talking to the Tiger Man about if he had
Yeah.
a place to sleep.
So did he never make the connection and decide to come check this place? For his
No.
friends?
No,
Okay,
yeah.
so where are you going?
No, he doesn't know where this is. That's the issue.
He doesn't.
No, I'm
know
pretty
where
sure
it is? No, he did.
I'm
No,
pretty
I
sure
don't know
he
where it
knows where
is.
it is. He just doesn't
No.
know that we're here.
Everybody
and he has
came
no
here.
reason to suspect that we would be here.
Everybody came here in the past, I thought.
Not our group, no. Maybe those two, but
Oh, it's a
not
problem when we have taken so many weeks between sessions. I can't remember the little details. Not that it's, world shifting or anything. Would you like to
I'm
know
sure
where they
Kat
are,
remembers.
Doctor?
Can we ask her?
Last we left the doctor, he left the Tiger Man with the information that the key to his place is under the welcome mat.
Yeah.
So I think he's still looking around for information where his friends are.
Sure. Okay. Well, as Adrian goes to sleep in the bed, Carmen, is the door closed or open as you're laying in front of it?
I mean, it would probably be closed for Adrian's privacy.
I'm kidding.
Adrian gets stolen again.
Nah, that's too cliche.
It's too cliche to do the exact same thing twice. No, I think nobody
Exactly.
does that.
Yeah, and I assume Ananias and QZ, they're also just sleeping bags on the ground or couches or whatever in the main room.
I just have a blanket that was placed upon me.
So, Doctor, we will pick up with you wandering the streets at night, trying to decide what you are going to do next. You have interacted with a giant ooze thing, and
right, yeah.
you have also talked with Tigtug and sent him back to your office. If you're in search of the party... Oh.
I almost spilled my drink on my keyboard.
Yikes.
That's not where those go.
So what's your goal?
You're right.
What's your next intended...
I'm going to go bother the Lord of this area.
Oh no, the caretaker?
Yeah, the caretaker.
Sure.
I'm just banging at his door.
Okay. You go up
Good
the,
Foley work.
you go up the street to the main central white towers and pillars of the caretaker's castle, and you begin hammering on that door, which kind of gives a magically enhanced kind of thud that emanates deeper into the halls of the establishment, so that all may know when there is a visitor. And after maybe 30 seconds to a minute, the same guy that you met before, Mr. Grimshaw, kind of comes out, opening the door, and he's just like, "What is it that you would require at this ungodly hour of the evening, Mr. Doctor?"
I've been separated from my companions. Would you happen to know
That's
where
a
they
rotten
are?
shame. Maybe you should have brought them here. If you check your mail, you would know that the professor has taken away most of the permissions regarding guests, but that's another story entirely. Anyway.
What's this got to do with my companion?
Well, nothing in regard to your companion specifically, but just complaining that you have brought more guests when the permissions for guests was supposed to be restricted as a result of the professor bringing an entire group of school children and then proceeding to abandon them at the Citadel, leaving them with no supervision as he went off with their headmaster for some reason. So, yes.
Why would the professor do that?
Because he's the professor. Now, you're
Fair
saying
enough,
you
I
lost
understand.
the people that are supposed to be in your care and supervision? The people who have no
Yes,
knowledge of the Citadel, or it's...
Well, apparently, from what I saw when coming here, 2 of them was acquaintance with the professor. So maybe they would be there with him? I don't know.
Well, then I would suggest you go check with the professor.
I don't know where he lives.
Just check the directories in the public hall of records. This is not my...
Oh yeah, phone books.
Closed at this time?
Nothing's really closed if you bang on the door this hard. I'm sure you'll find a way. Bring it to my attention if this is not resolved within the hour. He just closes the door.
Alright, I go to the Hall of Records!
Yeah. So you head to the Hall of Records, and there is, it's within, a football field of where you currently are. So you just turn around and head down the street, and the first building on your left basically is where it is, if I remember correctly. There is still a brief candlelight on the interior of the building, and the door is open as you approach. It has a little bell and it goes ding 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 as you enter. And what you see...
surprised they're awake at this time.
Yeah, well, there doesn't appear to be anyone awake, waiting at the counter. However, there is, halls of papers and all kinds of stuff, all protected with a magical barrier that kind of keeps you separated from it all for the moment. What would you like to do? There's a desk with, another bell.
I start banging on that bell.
Great. After less than 20 seconds with this very annoying high-pitched dinging you're creating, you begin to hear a thumping and a bumping of someone coming down from a loft up in the higher roof attic space of the building, and you just kind of see a thumping and tripping mass fall down the stairs wrapped up in a blanket, and it kind of falls down behind the counter with a very perturbed cry of pain, and then a little hand pops up over the counter, followed by another, and then pulling up, you see a very upset Hispanic woman who's just you would describe... She's like, "Hey, what do you want at this time of night?"
No more bing bong. Each bing bong costs 15 cents.
I need to find the living quarters of a citizen here.
Yes, I can help you with that. My goodness, aren't you a regular here? And you don't know everyone at this point? She begins flipping through some papers.
I only deal with people that I deal with, the common bases,
Classic antisocials. Well, you said the professor. Do you know his name?
I didn't even say the professor.
Oh, you didn't?
Not the professor.
Sorry.
She can read minds.
Okay.
She reads mine now!
Yeah, so she pulls out the chart and she's like, "Okay, so who are you looking for?"
I am looking for the professor.
Okay, could you give me a last name to go on?
Professor.
Professor. Yeah, Professor. That's his first
Professor,
name.
I hardly know her.
Yes, many of the people at this facility, or the Citadel, have titles of distinction. Do you know anything more about him that I could use to look him up?
First name the, last name Professor.
Yeah, first name the, last name Professor.
That's what I said a moment ago.
She just kind of gives you a like confused look and begins looking.
How about this? He got in trouble for leaving a bunch of students alone during a field trip. Does that help?
Hi, I know the guy. He lives on the corner right across from the blacksmith. You can't miss him. It's the house that looks just slightly too
Housey.
too
Housey.
drab. No fresh coat of paint and far too long.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, I hope to see you again soon.
Well, that's nice.
Yes.
Until she wants to say something else but won't.
I hope you get the fuck out of here and let me go back to sleep. I'm sorry.
You're lucky I told you this. It's usually none of your business.
Well, my companions are with him, and I need to meet up with them.
Yes, I don't care. Have a good night.
Nice.
Okay.
He sadly slinks away. Just kidding.
Sorry. I wasn't prepared for her whole spiel that she would have given if she were more awake. Yeah, so you make your way down the street just a little ways and find across from the blacksmith, just as described, there is in fact a house that's got like severely chipping paint, even though it's usually pretty drab anyway. It just looks way more run down than the rest for some reason. And yeah.
Is there a doorbell?
I would say no, not a doorbell, but you can just knock.
Okay,
Is there
start
a door
knocking.
whistle?
Everybody else, you've just been starting to sleep a little bit, and then suddenly you're startled awake by that noise.
Joseph does a backflip to the door and opens it.
Backflip? What?
You backflip over the
It's his
chair.
startle
Sorry, this is
response.
wasting so
It's his
much time.
It's his startle response. He
Okay.
backflips when he's startled.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Yes, you backflip out of the chair. The chair falls down with a big thump.
He goes, "Wah!"
Okay.
Aw.
You open the door and you see QZ in front of you.
Hello there. Finally found you.
Oh, doctor, you're back and oh, thank goodness. Oh, come in. It's a little bit late. But it's good that we have everybody here.
She can read minds. Sure, she can read minds now.
Yeah.
So, I have a question for you, QZ.
Yeah.
Guard swore up and down that I was the one who caused all the problems. Is that the truth?
You really trust me this much to say more than, I mean, yeah, it was you, but like not really you. It was like something inside you. I don't know. I don't. We haven't known each other for long, but it seemed like a beast came out, like from within inside you. It was you, but not you at the same time. If this makes any sense.
How about we discuss this when we're more awake in the morning?
QZ yawns and agrees.
Okay.
Hooray!
So, Doctor, where would you like to stay? Are you going to stay in here, or are you going to go back to your office?
I'm gonna stay in here.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna curl up into a corner, put a blanket around me, and tinker with one of my CADs.
Okay. Hopefully there aren't any explosions associated with that, so for now,
We will know!
we'll call it good, and everybody gets a long rest, if you haven't marked that already. Apologies for the
I
long
marked
delay.
it last session.
Nice, cool. Well, in the realm of unconsciousness, dreams begin to take most of you. So, the doctor do you remember the dreams that you've been having lately? Filled with pale faces and unsettling nightmares. Keeping you...
I remember their nightmares. I don't remember these.
Yes, it's unsettling, and they kind of keep you anxious throughout most of the night, leaving you not completely at peace, not completely rested. You still feel like the tenseness that you're carrying in your muscles as you're going through the night. Qzeth, you have better dreams. Dreams that kind of lead you from one place to another aimlessly until you begin to hear a familiar voice again calling your name and asking you to come with them into
Qzeth does a backflip.
to a wooded...
Startled.
Why is that? Your default response is just backflips.
It's a startle response.
It's a dream.
When he gets scared,
so
he backflips.
Absolutely, why not? Backflips all the way. If I let you have to do it in real life, so.
Was the voice scary? Okay,
no,
was the voice?
It's the voice of
No?
the Untitled Goose again.
Well, I'm aware of this, but
Okay.
like, you know, sometimes he like sneaks up on you, you know. So
Mhm.
it was, or did I know it was coming?
No.
Okay, then I backflip.
Okay, I'm glad. You backflip into the forest where the Untitled Goose God's voice is coming from. And before you see a similar layout of kind of pedestals in the forest, tree stumps that have the same symbols of these gods carved into them that you remember seeing in that other building not too long ago where this old woman was, and Mama Swizzle, or what's left of her, attacked you guys, and there was this whole weird seance with like the divine or something, and you were brought into this clearing where the sun trickles in through the leaves and kind of coats the entire clearing in a hazy glow. And before you don't see figures of gods themselves. You see more of clouds, shadows, avatars, kind of occupying spaces behind these pillars, almost like they're lecterns from which to speak. And there's still one lectern, one podium that is empty, the one that had the symbol for Sylvanas, but now lies empty, having no god there representing the flow of nature. Instead, you do see your god, the Untitled Goose, just as a very similar to you, a goose.
True.
Just a little taller than you, standing in the center of the clearing and calling to you with a kind voice and kind of smiling. And he looks to you, looking almost apologetic for having required your attention. And he goes, "There's a gap in the Pantheon. I was hoping you could be a character witness for my joining in the ranks. Gotta fill in where I can."
Of course, my lord. But are we? Is the Qzeth gestures to the missing chair? You don't mean that seat as the gap, right?
That's the one.
Oh, that's not good, I assume.
It is a bit complicated, but I'd say your party's actions are more intertwined with this whole situation than any other one would be, so you'd be the best character witness I have.
Well, I'll help out any way I can.
He nods thankfully, and with that, he kind of takes a brave step into the middle of the clearing where he's surrounded by the podiums, and he kind of gestures to you saying, "I have brought forth a mortal that I've been assisting in his journey across the plains. He was aware of what happened to the predecessor, but perhaps he could shed some light on both me and the situation to resolve it in what way you deem best. Speak. You hear a thundering voice from a thunder cloud at one of the other podiums, and the mood kind of shifts. There is silence as everyone is listening to whatever you have to say, Kizith, hoping for something that can shed light on both what has happened to the previous god that looked after nature and the nature of this new god in consideration for taking that place.
Okay. I am failing to remember what information I have exactly on this.
Sylvanus was the god that Mama Swizzle was having a rough time with.
Right,
he was kind of
right.
So torn by hatred for her that he kind of messed up everything.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the god that Mama Swizzle killed.
Killed is a strong word. He is no longer here at the moment.
As far as we know, the Raven was the one who sucked him into the ground.
But he's certainly having a bad time, considering that he's missing at the moment.
I mean, sure. I think Kizith will ask first. He'll probably start by saying, "There's much that I can say on this, but I think the core of it is all revolving a curse on one of my old and unfortunately likely gone companions. The true nature of this curse I'm not entirely aware of, but and is the Raven Queen who cursed Mama Swizzle. I knew this.
Probably. I think so.
Okay. It was a curse by the Raven Queen on my friend, and this caused her to have immortal powers at the cost of only being able to speak her name. And, well, she was determined to take back her mortal life, and I mean, I was unaware of a lot of the goings-on at the time, but I did help my friend as best I could, and a battle was fought, and my friend, Mama Swizzle, I'll give her name, she is no longer immortal, but it seems like her body is being used as a vessel. Kizith is going to kind of stop speaking at that point. Like, it clearly strains him to recount that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think there'll be a little bit of a pause in his speaking if any of the gods or whatever are gonna speak.
We have seen the Raven Queen reach beyond her domain. We know there's a disturbance in the town of Westwood. We have seen things that should not have been coming to pass. Their involvement with your friend is unfortunate. But the fact remains, a result of her spat with a god has resulted in a missing place and a lack of balance in nature.
Well, what needs to be done? What more do you need to know from me?
You had involvement with the previous god. You fought him, did you not?
Yes, I helped my friend.
Was there mercy in his heart? Was there remorse?
Not that I could see. That is correct, right? It didn't. I'm not misremembering.
Yeah, he seemed very dead set on the chaos,
Yeah.
so much that he was willing to, as a god, take on a kind of avatar with physical form and fight you guys just out of ego because he wanted to show Mama Swizzle who's boss. And clearly that was a very good choice.
Never fight the Swizzle.
Mm-hmm. Granted, it wasn't you guys who caused the main problem with him. It was the Raven Queen putting him in the ground, quite literally.
Okay, but yeah, so I'd pretty much say not that I could see. No remorse.
What is done is done. It seems he fell out of balance himself. He strayed too much from the neutral. We pride ourselves on striking the balance between the battles of the other gods. Our coalition seems to be essential for peace in the heavenly realms. We seek a new member, but we need one whose values align with our own. What can you say of the god that you serve?
My god has gotten me through so much in this world. If I speak to you now with even a fraction of an understanding of what you want, then it is only because of my god's guidance. So if you seek someone who is balanced, you say, I can think of no other god but mine that would fit the role.
What does he stand for?
Stands for okay, so I get to make up some stuff now, right? We haven't really established too much. Great.
You've talked about him being a god of kindness or something. That's about all we've established.
Kindness,
so it's kind of
like
you,
it's
yeah.
givingness. But yeah, my god stands for kindness, good acts, thinking of others than just yourself, but also thoughtfulness and a tranquility, being calm in the face of adversity, and putting others often before yourself.
This seems almost straying too far to the good, as opposed to the balance between. Is there darkness within you?
Within specifically QZ.
A follower
QZ
of the god, yeah.
QZ says there was much, and much that I still struggle with. I think that's why the Untitled Goose reached out to me. He saw a strain towards the evil and chose me to set it right. Put that balance back inside myself. My my past, it's scarred with much evils, robbery, thievery, and I find myself at times trying to stray back towards the rash, quick acting. So yes, there is much evil inside me, I'd say. But perhaps that is why my god reached out to me.
So despite
Because
the
they're
turmoil,
aware.
you find a balance between the two. You find your place.
I have, yes.
Kat said that they should get a second opinion.
Yeah, they should go consult Ananias, see if she wants to pull a Karsus.
I really did think that it would be funny if... So obviously, like, Kizi's gonna rep his god first.
Yeah.
But if it was just, like, any other recommendations, and then Kizi, after telling, stopping Ananias from becoming a god, just offers a godship to Ananias.
That would be hilarious. Well, seeing as you are the product of this god's teachings, I think we've heard all we need to from you.
Kizi bows low.
Thank you, mortal. We have spent weeks deliberating the evidence amongst ourselves. I think we would be delighted to have this untitled goose god take the place and keep balance in the way of nature at the moment, seeing as there's a need and he's willing to serve. So, take your place. They kind of gesture with their like cloudy forms towards the open spot, and your god takes a step forward, almost, embarrassed in the thankfulness, but then he kind of turns back to you for a moment. I think at this point, I could really use a title, couldn't I?
Hooray!
Would you like to give me one? Any ideas?
This is hilarious. I mean, I don't think
taken
Kizi's going
49
to be the one
sessions.
titling,
We're finally
but
giving a
should
title
I
to the
title
untitled
him?
goose.
Jeff spelled with the G instead of the J. You know that spelling of Jeff?
Geff? His name is Geff?
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe we should have just cut off. Come back to it. Ananias, you also have a dream.
And Jeff all along.
You go from kind of normal, colorful, happy, regular.
I do what?
You also have a dream.
You had a
has a
dream. You had a dream.
I'm gonna use my voice until we're done with the dream.
Okay, sounds good. By the way, Kizi, I mean, if you want to come up with a better name later, you can.
No,
or
Jeff
you
is
can go.
pretty good.
His name is just
J
Jeff.
or
Spelled with a
G.
My
G.
name is Jeff.
I'm gonna cry.
G
Sure.
E
Why
O
not?
F.
G-E-F-F. Oh yeah, with the O, of course. Of
Good
course,
name.
the O.
His name is
Yeah, Geoff.
G-E-O-F-F.
Jeff.
That's Jeff?
Jeff.
Mhm.
That's the spelling of Jeff with a G.
Okay.
What?
It's a legitimate spelling of Jeff.
So he takes his
I was having a
place, and yeah, it's a great time. Anyway, yes, Ananias, you're also having a dream. You go from a nice, colorful dream where everything's kind of happy and, bouncy, and, well, maybe not so much given your past upbringing, but you go from your typical type of dream to suddenly the color kind of draining from the world, and you hear a call for help, a cry of fear, and a devastatingly deep roar from somewhere behind you. And you turn and see Isabella, who's like trying her best to keep a cage closed, a giant steel cage, is like beginning to swing open, and she's like doing her best to keep something closed behind it as she pushes on it, and there's a large black hound kind of bursting at the edge of the cage, trying to force it open and push her away. It's got blood dripping from its mouth, and it's roaring viciously. What would you like to do?
Okay, and am I equipped with everything I have in the waking world?
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like to, and like this is just a normal cage.
From what you can tell, it just appears to be a really big cage. It's like a 2-story building.
Okay, give me half a second. I'm looking at my spells. I can't actually see what my spells are right now because I'm on my phone. Would you mind? Would you check what they are?
Sure.
Not my cantrips. Do I have anything along the lines of charm person or communicate with animals right now?
Give me a second, it's loading.
In Dream World, you should have access to every single spell, even if you don't have it prepared. Come on. Come on, it's a dream. It's a dream. It's literally your imagination, all right?
He's not lucid dreaming, though.
That does not matter.
It does matter. It does
In what
matter.
way does that matter?
Because if you're lucid dreaming, you realize you're dreaming, and then you can use spells you don't know. But if you don't notice it, you're dreaming, then you're probably going to stick to spells you do know.
All right, EJ, perception check. Am I dreaming?
No. I'm saying prepared. I'm saying prepared.
Oh, no, yeah, you can have them prepared.
Yeah, every single spell that you know, you should be able to
okay.
use. You don't have to check the prepared ones.
Shakes hands. Agreed.
Okay. Yes, you do have Charm Person, by the way. But that might not do much against a beast.
Charm Beast.
Charm Beast.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I transform into the beast?
You are a changeling, not a polymorpher.
Not yet. Wait till 9th level. True
Fair.
polymorph comes out.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to take my staff and, you know the way, like, you would, like, wedge a door closed? I'm gonna, like, use my staff to kind of, like, block the door closed, almost like a doorstop. And I'm gonna, like, bring Isabella away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to do Gandalf Grey stuff.
In what way are you putting the staff to keep the door closed? Like, with the latch of the door, or, like, just putting it as a doorstop?
Like, into the floor as a doorstop.
Okay.
Into the floor as a door.
There's 3 ways you could do that, like 3 different angles that would work for that. Which one are you using?
Okay. Does it matter?
Depending on stability.
Okay, I choose the one that looks the most stable.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you kind of put your staff into the ground and kind of put it up against the door so that the force of it is kind of pushing into the ground as much as possible. And you grab
I don't let go of it.
Okay. Are you trying to drag Isabel away? You said... How can
I
you...
put her behind me.
Ah, I see. Yeah, she seems surprised to see you there, and she goes, "Bah! What are you doing? No, I need to push on this."
Why? Why do you need to push on it? What are you doing?
It's going to escape.
What is it?
It's a big monster. It's the...
Is it yours?
No. No one else is supposed to know about it. You're not supposed to see it. You can't be here.
Where'd you get it?
It's not mine.
What?
It's not mine.
Whose is it?
I can't tell you. But we need to keep it in. Your staff begins to slip against the stone floor.
Ooh, shit. That's scary.
Language.
Sorry, bad words.
No worries.
Sorry. That's scary.
The beast gnashes its teeth as it throws itself against the cage at you.
EJ,
Yeah.
do you remember? Can you actually read me my spells right now? I'm so sorry.
Yes. Blight, Charm Person, Dimension Door, Fireball, Hellish Rebuke, Major Image, Tongues, Vampiric Touch, Silent Image, Mage Armor, Poison Spray, Mage Hand again, Gust, Eldritch Blast,
How does
Daunting
tongues
Wrath.
work? Do I have to touch a creature, and does it have to be willing?
Tongues is a touch spell. Takes 1 hour to, no, sorry, takes 1 action to cast, and grants the creatures you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when you speak, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
Okay. Well, I would like to. How close is the creature? Is it gnashing?
It's like uncomfortably close to your face. This cage has, bars, but then empty space in between. So like little flecks of saliva are coming, like right beside you, um, into your face. It's within an arm's reach if you were brave enough to put your arm into the cage.
Well, I'm definitely brave enough. I'd like to. I'd like to try to touch it. And ask it politely to cease. Using this tongue spell.
Okay. Okay. What did you say exactly? In terms of, like, what did you say to the beast?
Please stop.
That's it?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Please stop. I can get you out.
It's already getting out.
Roll me I can set you free.
Persuasion.
I can get you more out.
Okay. Give me this. I need to roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm rolling.
This year.
It is a. Wait, that's. There we go. Can I roll it, please? Oh, frick. It's a 7.
Did your cat try to roll it for you? What happened?
I grabbed someone's phone to do it.
Oh. What's the addition? Or is that the total?
Oh, I believe my persuasion's +3.
Oh.
I'm on my phone, so I can't really check.
It looks like it's a +2.
It's a +2. I lied. That's a different character.
It is.
It's just 9 total.
Mm-hmm. It stops for a moment. It seems shocked that it can now understand you, and clearly it seems to have enough intelligence to react and process your words for a moment, and its eyes kind of go from like red slits to like wider for just a second as it considers what you've just said. But then, seeing as it was already about to escape, it kind of narrows its eyes again, and with a low growl, it just hisses, "I will be free." And then it tries to throw itself once again at the gate.
Isabella, why are you keeping this? He kind of seems nice. Maybe we should let him out.
She just shakes her head.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I can do something like you were doing. Maybe I can use the new thing you gave me.
Yeah, why don't you just grab the bars and grab the door and just squeeze them closed, you know?
Okay.
It's the Hulk smash.
She seems like she doesn't want to get that close to the thing, but she's like, may as well try Hulk strength, and she just like grabs the bars and tries to pull them together. In this dream, though, she doesn't have the gloves to cover her hands from touching.
Oh shoot!
So
D100?
In an instant.
How can you say that stuff works in dreams? It ain't real.
Are you sure?
It's magic.
How do you know it's a dream?
Because you said it was a dream.
Yeah, because you said it was a dream.
In an instant, suddenly a thundering roar ripples through the area as a thundercloud kind of spawns above you guys, and rain begins to pour upon all of your heads, the dog
sky is
included, and
crying.
a bolt of lightning strikes the cage, and with a huge boom that kind of shakes you to your very cores, the light kind of flashes across you both, and you're thrown backwards out of the dream, and you're suddenly awake, hearing the pitter-patter of rain outside and the boom of the thunder shaking the house as rain falls in this citadel. That
EJ,
hasn't
one
had rain
second.
in
I'm
a
so
long
sorry.
time.
My mom is calling me.
Okay, no worries.
Ding 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 ding
It's,
dong.
it's pretty rare for her to do this. I'm quickly gonna answer.
Yeah, no worries.
Ding ding dong.
Okay, be right back.
Ring a ding ding.
EJ, please tell me they're smoking.
They're smoking?
Yeah, they got hit in the dream.
It's lightning-y! Well, I suppose I should wait just a second while Cat is away.
New dream.
A new dream!
Next dream.
Adrian, you dream
Oh boy.
that
Yes.
you've just gotten out of the bath and you can't find your towel. Or
And there's
your
a plate
clothing.
and there's a plate of nachos just out of reach. And you
Okay,
say,
no. Here's what you need to do. What did our other characters who did that delivery quest dream tonight?
Delivery quest?
Remember
Kidnapping.
last time when I
No.
played Ariel? What did
Oh.
they dream?
What they dream? Oh dear.
Yeah, what did they dream tonight?
Yeah, what did our Minotaur maid dream about, EJ?
That's not for me to decide. That's for that's for Ray to decide. I don't know what goes on inside a maid Minotaur's head.
Well,
go
if
grab
it's a
something real quick.
nightmare, she's dreaming about the time she was in the army and nearly got killed.
Oof.
She would have been in the army.
Mm,
She was in the army.
mhm,
Yeah, I
mhm,
said she would have.
Oh, okay.
mhm.
Yeah, she retired like just above private rank.
Nice. Get out while you still can.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically.
Carmen, would you wake up at all during the middle of the night?
Or do you even sleep during the night?
No, she's a pretty light sleeper. So if there's like a commotion, perhaps she would wake up, but
So the doctor.
otherwise she's pretty well trained on sleeping, but knowing when an emergency is happening.
Gotcha. What did you mean by that, Doctor? Are you saying you're
When
also...
he knocked on the
when he went-
Gotcha.
I think she heard it, but she ignored it because she didn't want to deal with it.
Mhm.
Also,
And then she
she
heard
heard
QZ
QZ flip.
backflip over his chair.
it's a very loud backflip because like he's
Nice.
vocal about it.
They go like
Backflip.
backflip.
He just says
Like it's a-
backflip every
like
time.
it's
Fuck
a
its
Pokemon.
end.
Well, he
Like
he says startle backflip.
It's like it's a Pokemon move.
I can't believe I was working so hard to find a way to have the Untitled Goose no longer be untitled anymore, and now he's named Jeff.
Hi.
You're killing me here. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
He
welcome
could
back,
Yeah.
Jeff.
He should have named
So she's-
himself.
She's asking information for my sister's wedding, so if I have to leave randomly, it's because she's called me back to ask me another piece of information.
Okay.
Because she's sending out invitations right now.
Okay, gotcha. No worries.
Hooray.
Just let us know if you need
But
us to-
hopefully it will only be like one more time. But I'm back again.
Okay.
Hi
cool.
back again.
She's back. Back again. Well, we've lost Ray. I don't know if he's going to be long or not. But we'll just go ahead.
Well, right now I've just woken up, right?
Yes. You wake up and you see Isabella across the room also wake up at the exact same time, and there is thundering happening in real life. And she immediately is kind of looking at her hands shakily, though they do have gloves on at the moment. And it seems like you both are equally shook in terms of not just the lightning or the thunder has woken you up, but you both kind of exchange concerned eye contact.
Yeah, you were there too?
Yeah, Cash.
I don't know if you can see me right now, Kat, but I nodded.
Okay.
With fear in my eyes.
I'm gonna scoot closer to her and I'm gonna say, can I please know what that was? When did that appear?
Ray is back now. So before you get a chance to have that full conversation, I would say the thunder claps, and shortly after you hear the scream of an old woman from elsewhere in the house. As you know, the thunder claps and the rain pours, and you both wake up. Would you still like to get closer to her and have that conversation, or do you want to check on the old woman you guys brought with you? She's in a different room.
Can't believe we haven't
Yeah, I'd like to have the conversation, but I mean, I'd like to get closer to her. Yes.
Okay.
Does it look like somebody else is getting up to go check on her?
You do hear the professor kind of get startled up from his chair, and he goes, "Oh, who's there? What's going on? Old ladies." And he kind of gets up and, begins grumbling his way across the house.
Hey, old
He's
chap.
going to the old lady.
I'll
I
go
guess.
check on the old lady. You get yourself some rest.
Well, I suppose. Call me if you need me, though. He just, settles back down, crosses his feet. Wait, is it raining?
Yes, it's raining.
That wasn't in the schedule.
The professor's just like, what about my petunias? I just watered them yesterday.
Oh, they're going to flood.
I'll go check on the old lady.
Okay, so, Kat, you scoot over to Isabella, and you said, how long has that thing been there?
Yeah,
Talking about the dog, I would presume?
the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pet that dog?
It's not here. It's in Lunimus.
It's what?
It's at Lunimus. But I can't tell you anything more about it. I'm not supposed to know.
You're not supposed to know?
I'm not supposed to know either. I got bribed with a book to not tell anyone. That's where I
Yeah,
got
but
the book that Carmen doesn't want me to have.
well, I like that book, and now I know about the book, so you can tell me because I like secrets.
I like secrets too, but I don't
Just
like
be
them
like
when
we're
they're
sisters now.
dangerous.
See, I have the necklace.
I sorry, EJ, I can't hear you over Pumpkin.
I like secrets too, but I don't like them when they're dangerous.
Can't believe
Yeah,
she's
but
keeping a bad secret.
I have many more dangerous secrets, I think, that are not really secrets anymore. You know, I think, Isabella, I can help you. If you're able to give me more information, we can get this solved. And I am the one to talk about it, seeing as I'm the one playing with dark magic.
I got confused. Could you say that again? You saying you could be the one to help her with her problems because you're the one playing with dark magic?
Yeah, you can trust me with the dangerous secret. I'm already playing with dark magic.
Yeah. That's kind of scary.
You can trust me with the guns. I got more guns here. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine. You can. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's fine.
So
It's
is the
fine.
person who has the dog.
Did y'all hear screaming?
Ah!
I don't hear screaming.
Now I do.
Oh, cool.
Is there screaming
Wait,
at your
what?
house?
You really don't hear screaming? That's crazy.
Nope, no screaming here.
Nope, they're not saying.
Okay, I'll be right back. They're calling.
Okay.
Ring roll.
Ah.
Ring roll.
Okay,
ring
Ray,
roll.
you make your way to the old woman's room and you find the professor's wife, Agrala, the Arakocran woman, already kind of leaping up and kind of rubbing the sleep from her eyes to try to help tend to the old woman who's like screaming at the ceiling. The pale faces! Don't you see? She's here for her
Sorry,
son.
I walked outside.
The mother's coming. She's, and she kind of looks at you, Ray, and she's sweating. She's got like hair disheveled all over her eyes, and her eyes are like kind of, she's blind. She can't see anything. Remember, so it's useless. But for a moment, you think she like looks at you, even though she doesn't. She's just looking at where the noise is coming from. But she's clearly like in fear and kind of talking crazy as you're coming in.
I try to sound calming as I say, "It's all right. It's all right. It's me, the one who helped you with your candles.
The first rain in 5,000 moons.
That's a lot of moons.
5,000.
Who is this mother you're talking?"
The mother. You don't understand? The mother. The bird. And
Are you talking about?
Like, there. It's okay. It's all right. And she kind of like takes a wet cloth and puts it on her forehead. Are you safe? Are you feeling something? Are you seeing something? What's going on?
The mother bird, you say?
Yes,
And you say she's coming.
she's coming.
Agrella, would you please look after this young lady? I'm going to go talk to a friend of mine who may know more than I do in this situation.
Very well.
I
to
go
QZ.
to QZ.
I love that the doctor actually thinks about QZ as an expert on things.
Birds.
He's just like, yeah, he understands stuff.
Oh.
QZ, are you awake, lad? Is that your story?
He's the bird.
a
He doesn't
beaker.
snore.
It's a beaker yawn.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Has he been hit in the head by a 2x4 at any time recently?
I would like to pluck one of his feathers to wake him.
I assume I'm woken from my dream, right?
Yes.
EJ, I'm not okay. So it's not like I had this dream, then like it faded away, and then some time passed with like some random dreams or something. It's like I'm woken from this dream, like almost ripped away from the gods,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Preferably before you name him Jeff.
Potentially. We'll see. We'll leave that to be like
Up to
obscure,
interpretation.
like whether or not it happens. And you're just like, oh, did he actually name him Jeff or did he not? And it's just like we'll find out later.
It's like when your brain fills in details later, but it didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Carmen, you're probably awake too from the thunderclap and the whispering and the chaos and the rain.
I think if that happens, she slowly eases herself up and is leaned up against the wall now, but is sort of quietly observing and watching rather than, asking what's going on or trying to insert herself into a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
When Kuzith is woken up, he jumps like out of his slumber, essentially.
Does he backflip?
Backflip style.
Of
Backflip
course.
style.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully I don't accidentally hit Ray, who's waking me up.
Are you an acrobatic mate?
Yeah, in some ways.
I see.
I feel like I've barely gotten any sleep. What's up?
The old lady that we rescued.
Oh, yes.
She was just saying that the mother bird is coming. I wonder if that means anything to you.
The mother bird. Does this mean anything to me, Jay?
That's up to you.
Okay. I feel like it's a religion roll time. Unless this isn't a religion.
What? You said a religion roll?
Yeah, I feel like that's how I would like to decide whether or not I know about this. Unless it's not a religion.
This is an old woman saying crazy things, and you can interpret it however you like.
Okay.
Or maybe
so,
not crazy
so
things.
I
Maybe
get
they're
to
completely
create the
logical.
world here, sure.
No,
Yes, the mother bird.
I'm confused. What are you trying to say? Are you saying, like, have you heard of a religion in the past that talks about this kind of thing?
Yes. Am I aware of the mother bird at any way, or is she talking about her mother?
An established thing?
Like,
I see.
Is this an established thing in your world that you don't want me to just make up?
It is not an established thing that you have heard of in this context. Okay. So it could be relating to one of the things that you are aware of that aren't necessarily a religion, but
yeah. So QZ has no idea.
Yep, unless you want to be really confident that you do know, like with Mama Swizzle.
Yeah, that's QZ's only confident about things he actually does know, just like with Mama Swizzle.
Yes.
So, what QZ will say, now that we have gotten that out of the way, QZ will say, Mother bird, I mean, that's from my vague memory, sometimes what, us Aracrocans would call our parents mother bird, father bird, but that's just in like old tales and songs that I picked up from my orphaned life. I don't know though. Mother bird could mean anything.
She sounded terrified. Maybe this will mean something more to you? I mean, you've known the old lady longer than I've known her.
Not much longer. Mother bird. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know if there's much I can do either. Do you think she'll be able to get back to sleep?
Maybe with the help of the lady of the house.
Maybe with the help of a hit to the head.
QZ will ask, did she give any other context to this, though? Or just...
No, she just told me the mother bird is on her way, and she seemed very frightened about it.
Also,
do you think maybe Ananias
she talked about a storm for the first time in 500 moons, but okay.
But
I don't need that context, fine.
He doesn't say that.
And that's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure that you're purposely withholding this information and not forgetting it.
He thinks that part is just nonsense.
Okay, that
because
part
it's
is
storming
nonsense.
outside.
Not the stuff that you have now been told is nonsense. Okay. Yeah, so QC doesn't have much information for you, unfortunately, Ray.
Do you think Ananias may know something?
I doubt it. I mean, she does have a lot of books. I mean, maybe her Isabella would know something, or maybe it will say something in one of their, weird magic books.
All right, I'll go ask them then. Go back to sleep, I guess. Enjoy
Keith does
your
a backflip and perfectly lands inside of his sheets.
I
go to Isabella and
because I'm too tired to make you roll. You can roll acrobatics if you want to.
I shall.
Carmen, is your sending stone on right now? Or is it silenced?
17.
Or off?
She probably had it on now that they're not in constant life or death situations. Like once they were in like more out of the museum from the second their second go round, she just had it on.
Gotcha. You get a message from your mother.
I listened to it.
Mm-hmm. Carmen, are you and Adrian safe?
Yes, mother. All of us are safe.
Good. Do you happen to know where Lady Lillian is?
No. But I can message her.
We have tried already. She did come back after her exposition to Earth. We suspect something has happened. I don't know what happened to her, but we're hoping that she's wherever Adrian was taken so that you can take care of her as well.
If she's on the Citadel, we will shortly know.
Very good. Please
Now,
hurry.
I will
The
continue
war
to tell.
is escalating quickly. I don't know how long things will remain stable. I'm glad you and Isabella and Val aren't here.
Just let the people know Adrian is safe. Ludimus light will always shine, if needed.
Okay.
I love you,
let
Mom.
them know. Yes, I love you too, dear. Stay safe. Keep Adrian safer.
She's gonna put her stone away, and she's gonna get up, knock on the door, and then she's gonna let herself in.
What's the point of knocking?
It's a warning.
Put on pants, coming in.
Exactly. You have 5 seconds to put on pants.
I'm asleep this whole
and a
time.
little bit of extra time that it takes for the door to like open fully so that you can see,
He wakes up and goes, nachos! And backflips out of bed.
I did roll a 17 for backflipping back into my bed, by the way.
I hate this.
So,
does Adrian sleep through my knock?
Probably.
Then
He does not want to wake up.
wow.
Probably
Imagine
the most
just being able
comfortable
to
nights
choose to stay to sleep.
he's had in a while.
I think Carmen takes a second, looks at how peaceful he is right now, sighs a bit, then leaves and shuts the door softly behind her, and then sits back down
There's
outside of
no
his door.
participation in this session.
It would have been so much funnier if you just like sighed and then like shook him like violently.
It would have been funnier. It would have been hilarious. One, I would even say, but that's not her mindset. This
No.
is he looked so peaceful.
So sad.
Cute.
So you get a pass this time.
Nap pass.
Okay. Well, the night seems to be rather interrupted at this point, with the majority of people being up. Ananias and Carmen are still whispering to each other in the background as the doctor walks up to them. QZ backflips back into bed. Adrian's still sleeping while Carmen is walking out of his room. Carmen, you still hear the screams and the pained cries of this woman as she's kind of like holding her head and wailing about all sorts of various different things, and just seems to be unwilling to relax, filling the house with kind of strange cries. And it also might strike you as odd that it's raining, considering it looked like there hadn't been rain in decades, maybe centuries, outside. But
is the woman screaming about the rain in particular? Is that one of the things she's like going cray over?
She did scream that once, but she's not really repeating anything very much. She's just kind of going from one topic to another to another.
Okay.
And you just hear like shh, shh, just like trying to calm her down from the lady of the house.
Until she has more information and direction, she's probably not gonna be able to make any informed decisions. It's just gonna continue, like, especially keeping an eye on her younger two siblings as they're clearly up to something, and her big sister senses are tingling, but also not wanting to be overbearing. And so it's just kind of like, I know you're up to something, but I'm not gonna call you out on it yet.
Very good. Well, does everyone just go back to sleep then? I guess we could let Ray talk to Ananias when they get back, but currently Kat is away, so perhaps we should allow the night to pass peacefully once again, and we can get back to, well, planning what's going to happen next, as we wait for Kat to get back, and then we can have that conversation that Ray wants to have. Isabella will. We'll deal with that later. So we might rewind to this a little bit later, but for now, the night passes. Nobody else dies. Everything's fine. The rain kind of.
Wait, people died?
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, the king died. They said hell with it.
Oh, thank goodness.
So morning, cock-a-doodle-doo. Everybody can wake up and feel fully rested and all that. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna check on the old lady.
Okay. She's dead. Okay. Oh wait,
How
actually,
are you?
No,
there is actually one.
Actually, no, she is dead.
Do that. Do that.
No. There is
that.
actually one other thing that I wanted to cover that night.
We're gonna yes and this.
So the lady's still screaming and like not getting taken care of. So Agrala comes out and wakes the professor, who once again backflips out of bed. And he goes into the room for a brief while, trying to help calm her down as well. And then he comes out and seems to be intent on going towards Adrian's room. Carmen, you're in the way. So the professor's just kind of like walking towards that room.
Yeah. I mean, he can walk towards it, but eventually he will be stopped by the immovable paladin wall.
Yes.
Potentially.
Are you laying or standing currently?
When she notices that he is coming towards, the door, with the intent of coming to Adrian, she stands up.
Oh, hello there, young lady. Your friend here, the boy with the thing, the brain. I could use a hand from him if it's no trouble. The woman
Brain boy
needs some help, and I need an extra hand, literally.
He's sleeping.
Well, none of us will be if this woman keeps yelling. Do you think you could ask him if he's willing? He seems to have a good handle on this kind of thing.
What kind of help do you need, necessarily?
Well, it's the runic kind. There's some advanced magimatics that I've got to perform to try to keep this woman's head on her shoulders. If you really want the technical details, she's got more of a divine
Stay
block,
here.
kind of keeping the memories.
Stay here. She goes inside again and ever so gently just shake. Adrian, I need you to wake up, please.
Do I have to?
Apparently your expertise in runic arrays is needed. You can go to bed as soon as you're done.
It's okay.
And she'll, step away so you can get out of bed.
Peeking around the door frame.
The sharp-eyed glance of a paladin that's like, leave. But she'd follow Adrian out.
Yep.
Oh, splendid!
Right.
Yes, dear boy, you seem to have a very good grasp of this, the runic magics and the universal equation and all the stuff that we've discussed prior. So, this woman, she's got some severe issues with her mind. I, being the one few experts that have any idea how to help her, I just need an extra hand. Like, there's a very complicated thing that Can you help me with part of it, and I'll do the other part of it that's necessary. I need you to help me create a 3-dimensional cohesion matrix with a clockwise helical flow. Can you just keep that going and maintain it while I help, alter her brain and keep her mind from tearing itself apart like it currently is? Trust me, it's easier than it sounds.
I was gonna say, he looks at him like, okay, you're not saying words I don't understand, so I don't know why you felt like I had to be the one. But he's just like, okay, fine, we'll quickly do this.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's just to keep her through the night. Yes, we'll deal with this another time. It should take probably some time to fully resolve her issues. Yes, I'm not sure what her history is, but it's been concerning to say the least. The chaos that she's got going on. And he kind of guides you into the room, and he's like, okay, yeah, you keep this part working, just like keep this rune like going, and I'll connect other stuff to it, and that way we can kind of keep this whole like box working around her head, and just like keep that part going, just keep it moving, and I'll do the other part. And as you're working, the woman just kind of like tries to yell at the professor, you did it, and then like she falls into a deep sleep as you're working. And after a minute or so, your spell seems to have enough of effect for her to calm down and stop moving, and her breathing goes back to a stable, slow pace. Thank you. That's all we really needed. Just a little rest. He seems stressed. Mm-hmm.
Was there anything coherent in what she was yelling about?
Roll me insight.
Can I say that I've also been with them the whole time? Yeah. Because Adrian's business is my business.
Absolutely.
Oh, I nat 20'd it.
Ooh! Okay. You can see...
I had to scroll down so far.
Wait, what? Does it have like a record of every roll?
Yeah,
because we're using roll 20 and it keeps track of everything. And so funny. For some reason it had us had the screen like way up high, so I had to like scroll down through like probably like past 5 or 6 sessions worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're at the bottom there. Insight, nat 20.
Very nice. Okay, I'm trying to search, but it's not being very happy with me at the moment. 1 second. Fine, I'll have to do my own scrolling method friggin' thing. So it does seem like she is kind of flashing in and out between coherence and insanity. From what you've heard before, putting that together with it, you can tell that she's going from having access to like forbidden knowledge that has kind of made her brain muddled and confused to having those memories cut off and back to coherence, but she's just an old woman who has no idea what's going on, and she's flicking back and forth between them so rapidly it's hard for her to kind of make sense of what's happening in her own head. That's the gist of what you can tell, but some of the things that she's saying, many of the things she's saying are in fact important, and she severely believes that she needs to tell you them immediately, but she's holding on to them for such brief portions of time before another thought fills her mind that it is hard to kind of glean important information. Clearly she has a distrust for the doctor, and she was accusing him of doing something terrible.
The doctor or the professor?
The professor, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Good catch.
Okay.
I'm trying to find more specific notes about. It's really hard to find things on my notes sometimes when I didn't expect
Noted.
you to get a nat 20.
It's all good.
We'll
You always gotta
say-
expect the unexpected nat 20.
It's true.
It's the only thing you should expect, honestly.
Always be ready with the nat 20.
Oops, all nat 20s.
Always be ready for the
I love
nat
that
ones
cereal.
though.
She warns you that the people who took you are still working and they've got a backup plan now.
Ah,
That's something that,
I kind of deduced that as part of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
there
That's
there
fine.
is more that happens, but I'll give you that for now, and maybe I'll
all
message you
muddled.
other important things if I can find my notes properly. But
Yeah. All
I'm
good.
sure once her brain gets healed in a more proper way, maybe she'll have more access to these thoughts in a way that doesn't completely make interrogation impossible.
Yeah. Fair.
Mhm.
All right.
AKA when EJ gets his notes sorted out, which will never happen. Ever.
So it's
I'm glad I
information
don't
you'll
have to
never
worry
get.
about it.
I'm kidding. Yeah, well, Cat's gone still. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, do you just head back to bed, or do you want to talk to Carmen first?
He would head back towards the room, and probably as he passes by Carmen, he would probably like say in like a low voice, just like, "Be keep an eye on your dear professor. Something's up."
She nods and then says, I got a message from my mother.
Hmm?
Lillian is missing.
That's not normal to him, is it?
Never. Well, she'll disappear for a while, but she's never like
Gotcha.
missing.
Okay.
She'll disappear into her like her secret chambers or whatever.
Yeah.
Who is she missing, though?
Let's. We'll hold off on that till the morning. I'm sure, knowing her, she's maybe she forgot for once. Maybe finding out I'm safe made her act. I don't know.
I mention it because if it is a worst case scenario, it's even more important now than ever before that I perform my duties to the best of my ability.
That I'm kept safe, yeah?
We just need to be aware of the worst case scenario, Adrian. Times are tense and everything seems like it's hinging on a war.
Well, of all the groups to get involved into a war, we're at least the safest, so.
She frowns when he says that, but doesn't add anything else.
I wouldn't want it to come to war. Trust me.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Let's just focus on getting things figured out here and back down. Or something to that effect.
It's not too late. I could summon my steed and we could fly back down.
No. For multiple reasons at this point, considering your associates here.
As much as I care for them, no one is more important than you at this point in time.
We'll see how much that holds up in the near future, right? That's just this dumb, tired chuckle.
Go to sleep, Adrian. You're tired.
It's the nicest bed I've slept on in however long. So yeah.
I'll keep any other disturbances from you.
Need go and sleep.
And the night passes peacefully. Other than the conversation with Kat, who's not here yet. Hopefully she gets back. Otherwise we'll all forget what that conversation is, but by the time we have another session. So, morning. Anybody want to
Good
do anything for the
morning!
Good morning.
Oh, it's daytime already.
I'm going to check on the woman.
She's still sleeping peacefully. She's okay. Agrala, the woman is beside her, still kind of, just dabbing her every once in a while with a
So
wet
you
cloth.
said it was. May I do a medicine check to look her over and see if there's anything I could do to maybe help her?
I would like to say that
would it
I
be more of
slept
an
in the same room next to her.
Next to the
In
woman?
a chair. Yeah,
Okay.
in a chair.
Sure. Why not?
Or would it be more akin to like an Arcana check?
If you... So you're wanting to see, basically medically, if there's anything you can do for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or using,
I
my
would say, yeah, it would be a
divine
medicine check.
paladin magics or...
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't know what kind of check it is.
Yeah, it would be more arcane, I guess, in Origin, because it's not really so much a physical thing. It's just she's dealing with overwhelming mental stress. Welcome back, Kat, by the way.
Okay, but that's a mood, though.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
Hey, nice. Okay, so...
With a +0. Gosh.
More or less, you determine there's not really anything your magic can do to help, except, your lay on hands kind of soothing her, like, physical stress that's coming from the mental, but the source of the problem is mental, and there's not really any physical actual ailment to be cured, so it's kind of more or less a lot of therapy, or magical therapy is going to be required.
Not even something like lesser restoration, which can dismiss one condition afflicting a creature?
Now that is a good question, but I would say that it's not powerful enough to help with this particular set of magical
You're saying I need
shenanigans going on.
greater restoration?
Yeah.
What level spell is that? That's... Ugh.
Do you have access to it already? Yikes.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was checking.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my morning.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll get back to that in a second. Can we rewind for a moment and catch up with that conversation that Isabella and Ananias were having? Then Ray can talk to Ananias. Then we can get back to the present where everyone's together.
No.
Okay, so Ananias, you were talking.
That would involve time
with,
travel.
With what's her face, Isabella. What do you want to say more, or do you remember?
Indeed. What was Isabella saying last? I think we had just asked like, oh, how long's that thing been there? Right?
Oh yeah, the thing in Lunimus, yeah.
And then I don't remember what we talked about after that.
She said that
her to tell you the secret.
Oh yeah, you were.
I'm sorry?
You were asking for her to tell you more secrets because you do dark magic, basically. And she was like, "So did the person who gave me the book." And
yeah, I was trying to be convincing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very convincing.
But
I was thinking like, look, I'm not gonna get hurt by you. I'm probably gonna get hurt by my own shenanigans, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At that point, Carmen walked out of the door and just kind of looked at you two doing your shenanigans, and then just kind of kept on going. to help deal with the old woman who was screaming in the background. So you kind of quieted down because Isabella doesn't want to.
Was she still screaming?
The old woman was still screaming. She's been screaming this whole time and continues to scream until later. Adrian helps her calm down. This all happened.
Why was she screaming? Was she the dog in the dream?
No. I mean, yes.
Rip.
I mean, maybe. You don't know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. If you'd like to roll persuasion to get Isabella to tell you all her secrets, you can.
Can I have your phone? Oh, okay. Yes, I want to persuade Isabella to tell me her secrets regarding this.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, I shall roll. Is that what you wish for me?
Yes. I will say it is a
Oh
hard
dear, I'm trying to be so
DC.
persuasive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 5 plus 2 is a 7. I don't think that hits.
Nope. She is unwilling to tell you, at least not while Carmen's around. Maybe later. After a little bit, the doctor comes up to you, actually, and seems to be interested in saying something, which further interrupts your conversation. But is there anything else you wanted to say before that? I don't mean to cut short your...
No, I would like to talk to the doctor.
Okay.
All right, so the doctor walks up to you and puts his hand on your shoulder to try to get your attention for a second. I need to ask you a question.
Why touching me?
Apologies, but I needed to get your attention for a second.
Okay, you have my attention. A question for both of us?
I don't know if she would know anything, but since you've known the old lady a little bit longer, and you might know something, she was telling me that the bird mother is on her way, and she seemed very, very frightened. But would you happen to know anything?
The burn mother?
Bird.
EJ, do I recall anything about the burn mother? From my memory, I remember her saying something like that. EJ?
I don't know what you would have recalled. I don't remember that, so... Just saying, the bird mother is not a title that has ever been discussed or concept.
Bird?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Like tweet tweet.
Oh, okay.
I
I thought
said,
she
the
was talking
bird's
about
mother?
burning.
No.
Oh, then no.
Okay.
The bird mother's coming?
Yes,
Ew.
and she seems very... Pop! She seemed very frightened as she was telling me about this.
Did we ever get her any therapy?
She went straight here the moment we got here, so I do not know.
Well...
She's receiving it currently.
That's good. She definitely needs it. Yeah, she lost her husband, and, she was something like possessed for a bit. And she had a bunch of candles, and she was talking to all the gods. Maybe it has something to do with, one of her 12 gods. She had, like, 12 candles, said something about that.
Okay. Well, I just talked to QZ, and he didn't say anything about that.
The balance.
Yeah,
that
maybe
what
if
she
she
said?
said something about that, then I would have said something more.
Yeah,
What about...
I don't think I can help you. QZ was there too. He saw the 12 candles. I think he'd know a little bit about it. We talked a bit, or at least I did, to the gods.
I love this game of telephone.
Yeah, they're missing one right now. So
Was the missing one the bird mother?
well, the missing one killed a bird. You know, one of my friends I thought was like immortal got murdered, and they were a bird. And they were a mom. Yeah, I guess their name was Mama. So maybe Mama Swizzle's coming back. I miss Mama Swizzle. Ananias starts crying.
Oh.
He doesn't know what to do with crying people, so he just backs up quietly.
Isabella gives you a hug.
She was the first person to be nice to me. Isabella.
What?
She gave me rocks. She gave me rocks.
Oh man, everybody needs their mother in a rock sometimes.
I hug Isabella.
What do you mean she was the only person who's ever nice to you? I'm so sorry, that's rough.
No, the first person. My bad.
I also don't think that's even true.
Well, there was QZ, but he was also a bird.
Well, no, I
doesn't
wasn't
count.
necessarily nice to you, but I thought it was Carmen.
I met
What
Mama
about
Swizzle
Shadow,
first.
or her cult in
Really?
general? Granted, they
Okay,
are a
I
cult.
thought it- I thought it
Okay,
was
technically,
Carmen,
the
then
reason I
Mama
stuck with
Swizzle
my cult is
together.
because they gave me clothes and then they forced me to do their bidding.
They gave you Kool-Aid.
They gave me Kool-Aid, and I was like, "Oh, I'll drink this."
Just one long sugar high.
Isabella gives you a big long hug and helps you to be.
Maybe I'm overreacting a little.
No, it's okay.
I guess you're right. There's other people nice.
Yes, we're nice to you now. I'm sorry that you lost someone though. That's hard. I don't think I've lost
Ruth
someone
liked her.
before, so I don't
She
know
would
how
give
to-
you rocks too.
I like rocks. Rocks are fun.
I pull out the obsidian colored shard
Oh,
from my backpack.
okay. Mm-hmm.
I have this rock. It's not from Mama Swizzle, but I think it's very important.
Important? What do you mean important?
Well, my cult was gonna use a piece just like this. In order to end the world. Well, maybe not quite like that. That's a bit extreme. It was more to just ascend.
Oh.
and bring the untitled goose god upon us.
Wait. So that rock is from the Black Obelisks? That talked about in your book?
Yeah, they were obelisk shaped. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. I do remember reading something about that.
Oh. That's a
Do you think
story
it's
for another
significant?
day. Yeah, that's a cool rock. I don't know what level of danger it poses to us. I think it's okay. But that's like
Well,
a
maybe you shouldn't
powerful
touch it,
rock.
at least not ungloved.
Yeah, not right now. Yeah. I need to look at it. It's cool.
I hand it to her gloved hand.
I don't think I want to even touch it right now. I just can you take it back, please? I'm very, I just, I don't want to mess it up.
I take it back. I take
Okay,
it back.
thank you. When I give you the notes about what was in the journal for, from Kobol's Ash, that'll probably, it'll have information about that, and I'm working on that. It just takes time to write it up. I've got it in this nice little journal and everything. I was planning on, actually tearing out the pages and sending them to you physically, but I haven't got a chance to yet because I'm always busy and tired. And
Oh, that'd be so
moving.
sick.
So
No
yeah,
rush,
that
no
should be
rush on
fun.
that. I'm gonna just pretend I know all this information already.
Yes. Hopefully within 2 weeks, you will have it in your
Ooh.
hands, and yep. Now
As
you
a
gotta-
birthday present.
Exactly.
A late birthday present, yeah.
Yeah. I also have a letter to send you, which I was gonna send at the same time. Anyway, yeah. So, morning. Everyone is well rested and peaceful and not emotional anymore. Time has passed. What would you guys all like to do and plan for the upcoming next time? because I have no idea what you guys would like to do next. There's lots of plot threads you could explore, lots of different things that you could go do, and I would love to know whether you're planning on taking a chill shopping session next time, or whether you're going to go check out that statue that Carmen found that shows poems, or anything. So many things you could do, or
What'd you guys
probably
do
more
during
likely
D&D?
the
What'd you guys do during D&D? We took a long rest and backflipped a lot, and then we left our DM with no notes on what we're doing next time. We're his favorite party.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I caused a lot of the delay this session by giving dreams and whatnot.
Maybe we can just put like a bullet point list of things our characters are interested in doing in the chat, and then you can just reference the list. And
I can do that.
Or you could all as characters discuss in the next 5
Yeah,
minutes
but
right
just
now
put, like,
what you would like to.
I know,
do.
but we can also
Yeah,
put
they
it in
both work.
lists form to help you.
Absolutely, both work.
I think he's gonna write it down as we're talking about it.
Okay. Well, in the morning, when Adrian is ready, Carmen would go over to him and mention the statue that she'd seen and the poem on it, and say something along the lines of, I think it might be worth our while for you to at least investigate it, given it might give you knowledge about authority.
EJ, can I try something at this very second?
Yeah.
I pull out the flute and I start playing music on it. What happens?
What song do you play?
All the
Hey,
doors,
diddle diddle.
all the doors
No.
burst open in this room, including the front door to the house.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. I put the flute away. That's what that does.
Let's in a draft as the rain is still kind of gently drizzling outside, and people are kind of looking up and holding books over their heads as they walk down the street.
Not windows though. Windows stay closed.
If
yes,
if QZ finds out about it, I think the biggest thing for him right now is if he figures out that the storm is not normal here, then he's going to try his best to investigate what that is all about.
Punch, 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 punch.
Yeah, he'll punch his way to the truth.
That's what Alphonse did.
But yeah, other than that, he's kind of more chill. He is, of course, also still worried about that guy who went invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So he's that's probably going to be his first priority to
Mm-hmm.
find where that magic boy went.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, do you have any proposals for how you would do that? There's a public records building. There's spells that might be able to locate him. You could ask around.
I think like the big thing would be finding out if he's still in this land. What the place we're called again?
The Citadel of Arkhamos.
The Citadel. If he's still in the Citadel, like figuring out what the ways in and out are, and if there's a way that he could have like gotten out without
Seems
the
like a
officials
worthy
being
path
aware.
of investigation.
Yeah.
As for the doctor, he's going to go back to trying to that Geiger.
You want to use the Geiger to find out, or continue where you were chasing the trail yesterday?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. Cool. Are you guys going to discuss all these plans together, or are you just giving the things you're interested in first?
I think that
and
they'll
we'll
be
discuss
discussed,
it later?
right?
Okay.
I mean, told Adrian my plan for him, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hughes would definitely be trying to get everybody to come with him on this because he sees it as the most important thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I wouldn't argue against going with.
But if it ends up being like other people decided that they had more important things to do and just like never like came to the common area in the professor's room, then well, Kuzith isn't going to be like hunting them down to talk about it. So there's that.
Well, first thing the doctor's gonna do is check on the old lady after he wakes up. Right now, he's asleep next to her, sitting in a chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And unless Carmen wakes him up, he's probably going to be too exhausted to wake up anytime soon right now.
No, she'll let him sleep. He looks tired. Just like me, I'm tired.
Maybe you'll wake up with the shrill shriek of Isabella coming in and, geeking out about Agrala's engagement ring with the, blue and red and purple stones kind of fused together on the platinum band and, talking about that. Kat wants to go shopping tomorrow, absolutely. Ask Isabella more things, yes, and I will hopefully have things to give you, but that requires time commitments, and my goodness, there has been a lot going on in my life. I moved from Florida to North Carolina, so yeah, packing and unpacking and giant pile of stuff.
Moving is hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People are also hard. Okay. What was Carmen and Adrian's plan? I was
To go
halfway
see this-
listening, but I was also using the time to like scan notes.
To go see the statue.
Oh, okay, cool. Go see.
And then
statue.
whatever else he wants to do afterwards is fine by me.
Okay, awesome, cool. Tomorrow or next session will be packed with lots of things. I'm excited.
The bold of you to assume, EJ, we will not take 50 minutes to talk about the invention of the nacho, and then nothing will happen.
No. That's absolutely fine if we do want to spend that. But at least I will know the particular things that I should prepare, so I don't feel like I need to prepare literally everything.
Yeah.
Because
That's a good joke.
I still feel like I need to have the entire, like, every brick of the Citadel planned out, just in case. But knowing I can do these puzzles and it's not a big deal if I skip those ones for now would be great. Okay, so now I know each individual person's desires. What about the discussion for between all of you about what your characters might decide?
Maybe we have that discussion over breakfast in the morning, where people, it's like, Carmen's like, what's everyone's plans? What's our plans as a group?
The doctor might want to tell you a little more about how the Citadel works, because there's been no food to be seen. He's the one who lives here, so he might know a little more than you guys about some topics.
Even though there's like those wheat fields, like people don't take it and just turn that into bread.
It's not wheat, it's mistletoe, sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot you misspoke that first time.
Yeah, my bad. It's hard to keep all these little things that turn out to be important in mind when I'm, speaking sometimes. I mean, if you're really interested in mistletoe beads, I don't know if they're actually like venomous or poisonous or not.
I think it is poison.
Yeah.
Mistletoe
is poisonous.
Yeah. Very shiny red berries.
Yummy.
Well,
if people are going to be like eating all breakfast together, I do think Kuzith would take that time to be like, "Hey, there is
birds can eat mistletoe, just not humans."
Fair. Kuzith would be like, "There's essentially a felon on the loose who I feel like we need to catch. This man went invisible, escaped from jail. We should do something about this."
I agree. We should definitely keep that in the forefront of our mind and investigate where he possibly could have went, but we don't have any leads at the moment, so perhaps canvassing the Citadel might net us some clues.
For sure. I think the most important thing that we need to do is find out if he's still somewhere in the Citadel, or if
You can't leave the Citadel at this time, so I'm sure he is still here.
But if there's like a way that is possible, if the authorities would have been like made aware of it, or I don't know, finding more out about how people are prevented from leaving, I think would be helpful.
Well, the main way in and out is the airship, and unless you're randomly summoned via unknown circumstances, I believe that's how everyone gets on and off the Citadel.
Yes, but this man is magic. I mean, he vanished.
Everyone here, to a degree, that lives here, QZ, is magic.
Do you think they have magic shops?
We've walked past several magic shops.
Can we go to one?
You already have.
Oh, the one with the
Yes.
where the thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, but that was just a. I didn't know that was a shop. I thought that was thievery.
It had free shop. That was its name, the free store. It was a store.
You can figure out how to steal it. You can
Wait,
do it.
stores are shops now?
Wait, question.
Yeah.
Is that how all shops work?
No, that is not how all shops work. You need to.
Because I don't think technically I've been to a shop ever, so.
You need to
You guys
pay.
did buy that cloak for yourself from New Thunder.
Yes.
Oh, I did? We've been to a shop?
Yes, you've been to a shop.
Okay, thank you.
You can turn the
I would like
4,000
to go
pounds
another.
of silver in your pack into actual goods that you can use.
Exchange You can exchange currency for goods and services.
Whoa, is that how society
That's a
functions?
wild concept. Wow.
The professor comes in, by the way, holding trays of like little cups of like goodberry mush, and he hands them out to everybody. Here's breakfast for you all. It is the same tasteless slop that you're used to, Adrian and the doctor.
Wait, did someone wake me up?
I would say yes. You get awakened by Isabella geeking out and shrieks as they're still tending.
I do not miss the surface. This is outrageous.
No, I'm not very hungry right now.
Adrian, you need to at least eat something.
No, I'm good right now.
Please.
He's very intensely looking at it, just like no.
All right, well, more for me. I guess I shouldn't, but.
Yes, I think you'd get in trouble if you were to eat any more than you're supposed to.
He pats his rotund belly. Oh, that may be right. But don't ask, don't tell, I say.
Well, it seems like we are rather busy today, and the sooner we get started, the better.
Hooray.
Oh, you all have plans then? Very well. Perhaps me and my wife will hit the town, do some fun.
What do you do for fun here on the Citadel, Professor?
Well, I'll gotta tell you there is not much, but, if you know where to look, you can find some things that are far more interesting than you might ordinarily expect, of course. There were museums.
There was a museum.
And, well, I shouldn't talk too freely about it, but there are places to grab a bite to eat. That's more appetizing if you're the picky sort. He kind of gestures to Adrian.
Please.
Well, I suppose I could point you to the lower levels then. But you didn't hear that from me.
Just make sure you're not caught. They're very strict about outside food here.
He gestures in agreement.
Carmen opens up her side bag and just...
You've eaten a lot of your rations already. You might only have enough for like a little nibble left for everybody.
This is for her. She takes a tiny bite of her illegal jerky.
Adrian's eye twitches.
I hand the rest of the jerky strip to him.
Thank you.
Is this what royalty are supposed to eat?
He just devours it at this point.
Very
PZ
good.
finishes the slop. He actually kind of likes it.
Oh, It does keep you, nourished. However, it does not fill you up. So it's kind of meh. It tastes like slight hint of cranberry in your mashed potatoes or something.
Good.
But you mentioned the lower levels. How do we get there?
Oh, there's a huge entrance at the end of the street up over by the caretakers. There's also a couple little maintenance entrances at either side of the street and occasionally in the middle of it. There's these like tube things that you'll see, and you can also get there from people's offices sometimes. There used to be this whole human transport mechanism, like a little subway type thing, but I think that broke a few years ago and nobody's fixed it. And by a few, I mean maybe 100 or so. So it's in pretty bad disrepair. Mostly it's just used for transporting items these days.
Good
But
to
it
know that
is-
they have a subway down there. They
Uh,
can
Yes.
get sandwiches.
Yes. very
Subway
cool.
sandwiches.
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Keeping it
It's
fresh.
sorry. Subway's a cross campaign joke now at this point.
It's
Subway and D&D.
there's
Yeah,
an evil witch.
And
that
she runs
we-
the immortal subway,
Yeah.
and we have to fight her. It's
Nice.
yeah.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
100% accurate, but that's the joke.
That's canon now.
One of her henchmen is he had a name, but I couldn't remember it, so I just kept calling him Sir Applesauce. Now that's what everyone calls him.
Yes.
Good.
Not
Like Edgy Lauren.
off.
Edgy Laura,
But-
yes.
The DeLorean. We have to go find our DeLorean.
The DeLorean.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, I think that's. Unless we have more session to do, I think that's.
Good
Oh.
place for me. We can
Yeah.
continue the
Yeah.
discussion next time on D&D.
Hooray, next time.
Thank
Woo!
you guys for hanging out. I apologize that it was a little light
No, I thought
on
it
the
was
action.
funny.
Nice, okay. Adrian in particular was asleep for like 75% of it.
That's fine,
Maybe
I
your voice
mean-
thanks you.
Yeah, exactly.
Adrian is just as tired as Dylan is, so it works.
Oh, no worries. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I have lots of stuff to do and lots of other stuff to do on the list of things you guys are interested in. I'll get all that prepared, or at least I hope I will. And
Don't stress
see
yourself.
you in 2 weeks. It's fine. It's not so much the stress. It's more so the how much free time can I devote to that without people wanting to hang and stuff like that.
All right. Well, thank you for session.
Of course. Yeah, happy to do it. Happy to have you guys around. God bless. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Happy Easter.
Night.
Bye.
Night night.
See ya.